welcome to Pilates. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there in person today, but I made you a video, so hopefully this works. I normally wear a mic in all of my classes just so people can hear me in the back, but I figured for a short video that wasn't too necessary. Hopefully that's the case. But as we get started, just go ahead and center yourselves in your seat, gently breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Coming back to the breath. And exhale. On this next inhale, go ahead and bring the hands overhead, stretching up. Exhale, allow the shoulders to fall. Big deep breath in as we stretch up tall. And exhale, allow the shoulders to fall. From here, take right over left, taking a side body bend, breathing into this side body. And exhale, back to center. Go ahead and switch out those hands, bending over to that opposite side. Big deep breath in. And exhale, back to center. Go ahead and plant those hands down behind you and puff your chest out tall. Big deep breath in. And exhale. One more. Big deep breath in. And exhale, back to tabletop position. So from here, keep those hands spread out long like a frog. We're keeping the abs engaged. Our lower back is straight. From here, we breathe in as we curl up into a cat, pulling our spine towards the ceiling. Big deep breath in. And exhale, allow the belly to fall, looking up. We're in our cow. Big deep breath in, pull the spine towards the ceiling. And exhale, drop the belly looking up. One more, and then we'll match movement to breath, but add in some more movement. From here, on that next inhale, we're gonna come back to that flat and stable back. From here, we inhale, we pull up towards the ceiling, we arch over those wrists, and we circle back on that exhale to our modified child's pose. From here, we're keeping those cat and cow still intact. Just moving side to side. Allowing our movement to be moved by breath. We're gonna rotate that direction. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we come back to that flat back. We arch forward over those wrists into our cow and circle back that opposite way to our modified child's. Coming forward once more. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Go ahead and end on that neutral back. From here, we're gonna sit back onto our hips. Pull those hands out in front of you. Flip those palms up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing up. From here, we're gonna arch over so that we're putting as much or as little weight as we want onto those wrists. Go ahead and take that same circular motion. I really like this because it allows you to get a little bit more control. You can also do this in a cat and cow pose in that tabletop, but this does allow you to have a little bit more control over how much weight you want on those wrists. Circling that opposite direction in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circling that opposite way. Keeping everything even. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and sit back, bring out some movement into those wrists, waking them up. Maybe we're waking up the shoulders, pulling it forward, pulling it back, whatever we're doing. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, go ahead and find a full body layup all the way out on the mat. Full body stretch, hands overhead, big deep breath in, and exhale. One more, big deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and pull those hands down by our sides. We're bringing those feet up to this 90-degree tabletop. Engage that lower core, keeping the lower back flat on the mat. From here, we lift the head, neck, and shoulders, pulsing those hands. We're in our hundreds. And if we're feeling confident, we're gonna lift those feet out, begin to lower them into a V. Anytime we feel that lower back coming up off that mat, we're gonna return to that tabletop and try one more time. We're here, we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Toe taps in 3, 2, 1. Send those legs up tall. From here, we tap, alternating the wrist over to that foot. Engage that core, keep those legs from moving. We're reaching as high as possible. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything back onto the mat. Big deep breath in, and exhale. From here, we're going into our resistance bear pose. So we're pulling those knees up to a 90 degree. From here, hands on knees, knees into hands. We're lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. We're pushing and pulling. So we are trying our hardest. We're making our core shake on this one. So we're holding. Hold it here. We're warming up those abs. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Pulling the head towards the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it all back down. Big deep breath in, and exhale. One more, big deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and support the back of the neck by pulling those hands to our head. From here, keep those elbows on the mat. We're gonna be going into our core sequence. So we've got 3 variations coming up. From here, we start for those regular crunches, pulling our head towards the knees. We got it, we're here, we're holding. Keep going. Sometimes I give times with these, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it helps the participants if we don't have a timer associated with these. So, up to you. But we're holding here. If you would like to match movement to breath, inhale as we come up, exhale as we come back down. We can keep it fast, we can slow it down, whatever we're feeling. Keeping those elbows out long. You got it. Engage that core as we come up. We're here. We're holding. All right, crisscross abs. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and send those knees up to a 90 degree. We crunch up, we twist over, top elbow into knee. From here, think about engaging the core, keeping the lower back on the mat. We want to keep those legs from moving, so where all movements coming from our shoulders and core. You got it. Engage those abs. We're feeling it burn. You got it. We're here. We're present. Twisting over. If this is, we want to progress it a little bit more, we're going to extend those legs out so that we have to reach up and twist over further. You got it. We're here. All right, we're adding in that 3rd variation, those bicycles. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that opposite leg out long as we cycle over. We're here. Those legs can be high, they can be low. Lower back just needs to stay on the mat, core engaged. This is our hardest variation, so give me all you got it. We're here. We're holding. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax it all back onto the mat. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and roll over onto your favorite side, whatever that may be. Shoulder is supported by that elbow down on the ground. From here, bottom leg is at a 45, top leg extended up and out, big toe shifted down towards the ground. We're hovering. And a lot of time we want to engage that core pulling away from the mat. If we're not feeling it into that outer leg and into our glutes, we're going to place that hand on our hip, pull it down towards the ground, and then we should feel it in that outer leg and into the glutes. From here, we're hovering, we're just holding. This is one of our warm-up exercises for our next one, which I do a lot of variations for this one. So if you want to learn more about this one, you can ask me. But we're just gonna hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop that leg. From here, we extend over, taking a side body stretch. If we want to make it full body, we're gonna pull that other arm overhead. We're reaching overhead to our elbow or to our hands. From here, deep breath in, and exhale, relax. Big deep breath in, and relax. One more, big deep breath in, and relax. On that next inhale, go ahead and circle those hands over. From here, we come into a butterfly transition pose. This is a pose where I can suggest people get water, take a breath. People are welcome to stay in this for as long or little as you'd like. But from here, we're gonna transition over onto the upper side. So from here, keeping our elbow out to keep us supported. From here, we're gonna keep that bottom leg at 45, top leg extended up and out, big toe shifted down towards the ground. We're gonna hover and then place hand on hip, tilting the hip down so that we feel it into our outer leg and into our glutes. From here, we're just hovering the leg about 5 inches above or below the hip distance. But we got this. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop that leg, extend over. From here, we take our side body or full body stretch by reaching that hand overhead. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Big deep breath in, and relax. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and inhale those hands over. From here, we come back into that transitional pose. Again, it gives them a chance to get a drink of water, extra breath, whatever we're looking for today. All right. For our next exercise, we're going into our leg section and into our glutes. So we're gonna pull our bands. So normally I try with a band. You can also do this without the bands as well. But we're gonna place this around our upper thigh. We wanna avoid the knee area region whenever we're using the bands. So from here, we're gonna pull back onto that tabletop pose. We wanna make sure our base is super stable. So if we need to spread those hands out a little bit longer to the sides of our mat, knees in a little bit closer to the inside of the mat, whatever works, whatever we wanna keep our stable. So from here, reach that right leg out and back. We're engaging that lower core, keeping the lower back straight and flat. From here, we're hovering. This allows me to kind of assess where everyone's at, just making sure that everyone's core is engaged and that lower back is not dipping down too much. But if they're doing great with this one, I kind of move on a little bit faster. So once we've got a hang of this one, we're gonna go into our rainbows. So from here, we're gonna take that right leg over to the right side, tap, and then pull it over to that left side. Think about keeping the hips straight with each other, so we don't want one hip dipping down too much. But from here, we're rainbowing that foot over. We can flex or we can point towards our face, whatever we're feeling with that foot today. We can also drop the bands at any time. Every band is gonna have a different resistance, so we can always try between the 3 bands that we do have. From here, we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop that knee back down. Go ahead and sit back to an extended child. Our childs might not be having those knees out to the sides of our mat, but that is okay. From here, deep breath in, and exhale. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and come back up to that tabletop pose. From here, I just switch around so other people can see me on that opposite side. From here, we're gonna keep that right leg steady on the mat. Bring that left leg out and back. From here, we're hovering. Again, engaging the core, keeping that lower back straight and flat, keeping the hips distance with each other. Again, we can spread those hands out a little bit further to the outsides of our mat, knees in a little bit closer, whatever gives us a little bit more stability. But we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and circle out to those rainbows. So bringing over to the left side, tapping, and then returning to that right side. We might find that one side is a little bit harder than another, and that is totally okay. We're here. Tapping to either side. for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax that knee back down. Go ahead and sit back to our modified child, bringing those hands forward. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Big deep breath in, and exhale. All right, we're coming up and out of it, back to our tabletop. We're gonna return to that right side for our next leg workout. So from here, keep that base super stable. We're lifting that right leg out and back. We're going into our donkey kick. So we're gonna keep a 90-degree bend in that leg. We're gonna push up, drop back down, and then return. So this is our full range of motion. We can also do this without the band, but this is gonna be our full range of motion within the band. So again, we're kind of expecting that it's gonna be a little bit less than we're used to, which is okay. And then I normally add in pulses. So pulses are our highest point, a little bit of movement for 5 seconds. So from here, a pulse is gonna be in 3, 2, 1. We lift that leg all the way up. We pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return back to those singles. All right, one more time for those pulses. In 3, 2, 1. Highest point for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return back to those singles for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop that knee down. Go ahead and drop into that child's. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and come back up into that tabletop pose one more time on that opposite side. Gotta keep everything even. From here, we kick that left leg out and back, bend at the knee, push up, drop back down. From here, that's our single, our full range of motion. Again, keeping the abs engaged, pulling the hips towards our face if we're not feeling those abs engaged. We're here, we're pulsing up. In 3, 2, 1. Highest point for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it back down for those singles. We're here. All right, next pulse. In 3, 2, 1. Highest point for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it back down for 3, 2. Last one. Go ahead and drop that knee down. Go ahead and extend into child's one more time. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and find a seated pose. We're taking off that mermaid tail. From here, we're going into our arm sequence. I unfortunately did not grab 2 weights, but normally I ask people to, but we'll just do everything that involves 1. So for our first arm exercise, we're gonna be doing our pulses upwards. So we're gonna keep those elbows together, hands together. We can do this with or without the weight, but from here we wanna keep those elbows together, main point, coming from the nose to the forehead. We just go up and down. If we're adding in a weight, I recommend anywhere between 2 and about 5 pounds for this one. Any more than that, normally people will drop the weight. Or are feeling comfortable with it. So anything between 2 and 5 is perfect. But we're pulsing up, and we do have pulses on these. So we pulse above the head for 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. All the way up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to those singles, full range of motion. One more time. In 3, 2, 1. All the way up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it back down. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and extend those arms out long. We bring some motion back in by scissoring those hands out in front of us. And our last arm exercise that we're gonna do, we've got a customary song for. Normally, if you've seen my class before, I normally play Do It To It. It's a super fun party song. But from here, we're gonna keep those hands out straight from right to left. We're just hovering those hands. We keep the core engaged, sitting up tall. From here, we're holding here, and then I normally do a ton of rotations, and it's for about 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll shorten it a little bit just for the sake of this video, but normally it is around 2 to 3 minutes. But we're gonna flip those hands up in 3, 2, 1. Flipping the hands, palms facing towards the ceiling. We're here. All right, hanging out. Flipping those hands back towards that back wall in 3, 2, 1. This one is often very challenging, but normally this is where I bring back the intention that we normally set in the beginning of class during one of the other leg exercises that I didn't get around to in this video, but normally fun. All right, we're flipping those hands towards me in 3, 2, 1. Flipping them towards, perfect. We're holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax those arms down, squeezing out those arms, just giving ourselves a little massage. And go ahead and take whatever arm exercise or arm stretch you like most. I always offer some, but if you have a favorite, you're more than welcome to take it. We're going back into our cool down, so no worries past here. And whatever we do to one side, make sure we give to both. So we're first stretching out that right side, make sure we give that to the left as well. All right, one more arm stretch of whatever we so choose. All right, from here, go ahead and find a tabletop pose one more time. We're threading the needle up next. So go ahead and breathe in as we bring that right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Big deep breath in, and exhale. We send it through, contact shoulder into the mat. Go ahead and reach that other arm around and back. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Big deep breath in, and exhale. On that next inhale, go ahead and plant that hand back down onto the mat, bringing the arm all the way back towards the ceiling. And exhale, plant that hand back onto the mat. Inhale the left arm all the way up. Exhale, we send it through. Shoulder in contact with mat, arm reaches around and back or out in front. If we're going out in front, it's gonna look like this. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Big deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and plant that hand down on our next inhale, pulling that arm all the way back towards the ceiling, and exhale, plant it back onto the mat. From here, go ahead and find a seated pose, and we normally finish off with the same exercise that we started with. So big deep breath in as we reach those hands up, stretching up tall. Exhale, allow the shoulders to fall. Big deep breath in all the way up, and exhale, allow the shoulders to fall. One more, big deep breath in, and exhale, allow the shoulders to fall, taking that right over left bend. Big deep breath in here, and exhale, back to center. Go ahead and switch out those hands, bending over to the opposite side. Big deep breath in, and exhale, back to center. Planting those hands behind us, puffing your chest up, tall, and out. Big deep breath in, and exhale, back to center. From that, thank you so much for joining me for today's class. Again, if you have any questions or comments or concerns or want to connect, I'm so more than happy to talk about Pilates forever with you. So thank you so much.